There are going to be about 12 questions on the test, which is why I put 10 questions on the review. This next story I always get a kick out of because I have so many kids who struggle over this name, Nanaboso. And what I like to tell them, when you come across a name and you're not sure what it sounds like, just replace it with the letter N. So when I read this story, I'm just going to replace this name every time I see it with the letter N. And when I finish reading it, I want to think, okay, what was that all about? So N was the mighty ruler of the seasons and of nature. One day, he for a walk to enjoy the sights, sounds, and smells of the world. When he came upon the people's village, there was nobody to be seen anywhere. N found no one fishing in the stream, no hunters wandering through the woods, and nobody weeding or working in the cornfield. How odd, he thought. So, what was this story about? Well, this guy, N, he's a ruler, and he can't find anybody. So, I'm going to copy his name, because I don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to call him N. Can't find anyone. Okay, so there are multiple answers here. You could also put N was searching for people, or N seems lost. There are lots of ways to word what the story was about, but there has to be an answer written there. All right, moving on to the questions. Question number 1. It says sentence 2 is poorly written. So this looks different than the questions we just looked at. It goes ahead and tells you that it's poorly written from the beginning. So I'm not going to pick the original. There's something wrong with the original already. I need to figure out which one of these is best. And it says which of these is the correct way to rewrite it. Well, I know from my checklist on the very beginning, or the 7-Up checklist that's in my journal, or the one posted, these are the things that I'm looking for or thinking about. Capital, punctuation, the helping linking verb, subject-verb agreement. Is it an incomplete sentence? So when I start looking here, I like to compare and see what's different, because that usually tips me off to what the answer is going to be. So I usually start at the beginning, and we know that every sentence should start with a capital letter. So right away I can see D does not have a capital letter, so it's going to get an X at the end. There's no way that this is going to be the right answer. Day is all the same. He is all the same. Now we get some different. We have B going for a walk. So I'm going to underline B going for a walk. Looks for a walked. Went for a walk and went for a walk. He be going for a walk. That verb does not agree. He looks for a walked. There should be an E there. So that is wrong. So right away, before I even get to the rest of it, and if you go ahead and look at it, you can tell that every other word matches, the commas match, the punctuation at the end matches. So C is the correct answer. Now, I want to go ahead and caution you. Even though I went ahead and decided that was my maybe answer, I still checked the rest of the words, because there could have been something tricky at the end that maybe I missed or didn't notice. So be careful, and even if you notice from the beginning that something is messed up, go ahead and keep looking through all of the words before you decide on an answer, because I will tell you there are some tricky ones on this test coming up. All right, sentence 3 is not a complete sentence, so it's telling me there's something wrong with it. It's not good. But they've thrown in a tricky answer, and it says no change needed. So when you see this, that means that you still have to go back and look and see if the one that was originally in the story is better than any of the 3 choices that they're giving you. So don't get tripped up by this. If this is a choice, you still need to see sentence 3 in the original version. Sentence 3 is not a complete sentence. Which of these is the correct way to rewrite it? So sentence 3 in the story. When he came upon the people's village, there's no capital letter there. So I definitely want to get rid of that because it doesn't have a capital letter. And when I'm looking at my choices here, I notice this is also a lowercase w, so I want to get rid of that. And then I'm going to check word by word by word by word. When he came upon, that's got a weird E, the people's village, and then where's the rest of that thought? When he came upon the people's village, though, he was surprised. This is going to be my best choice. This is missing the predicate. What happened after he came upon the people's village? There's a thought missing there. So the correct answer was B. Sentence 6 has a mistake. So again, it's telling you sentence 6 has a mistake, and if you look, it gives you 4 answer choices. So that means you're going to have to choose one of these 4. So again, I start comparing. And if I look, that's got a lowercase h, so right away it's out. How odd he thinked, thoughted, thought, or thought. Thinked is out. Well, these words are the same. How odd he thought. It's got periods at the end. Let me look closer. Oh, exclamation or quotation marks. Quotation, quotation. Comma, comma, close quotation, no quotation. Because this doesn't ever close quotation marks, it is not the right answer. So C is the correct answer. Sentence 5 is poorly written. Again, even though it says it's poorly written, it still says no change needed. So I will have to check the original version. And then it says which of these is the correct way to fix it. So I want to go look up here. And I want to start with N found no one fishing in the stream, no hunters wandering through the woods, and nobody weeding or working in the cornfield. So that's the original version. Now let's start comparing these that are written here. So we've got N, they all have capital letters. Found, found, found. No one fishing, everyone fishing. Well, if you change it to everyone, that changes the whole meaning of the sentence. So I'm not sure that's it. Let me keep going. Fishing, fishing, fishing. In, the, stream, stream, stream. Oh, then it starts putting commas. That's what's wrong with the original version. There are no commas in it up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of D. These out. All right. No, wondering? Well, they left out no hunters. So I'm going to get rid of C because you have to have who is wandering through the woods. And then I'm looking at this word through. See how it's spelt? And then it's spelt like this. This kind of through is I threw a ball. This kind of through is a pass through, a passageway. So this one's out, this one's out. So that means that the only one that I can pick is B. And that is the correct answer. I hope that this study guide helps your kiddos out. As always, they are going to be able to refer to their journal. We've taken notes on helping and linking verbs and subject-to-verb agreement, and they are more than welcome to use those, and I'll remind them if you will also remind them. And I have the 7-Up check on a poster in the classroom. We're also going to be trying something new tomorrow. I'm going to have them put their answers in what's called a Google form, and you can ask them about it, but hopefully it will help me get things graded more quickly, so not only can you see the grade sooner, but I'm not spending hours and hours grading 100 or so tests. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck. I think you're going to do great on your test tomorrow.